Hey gang, good morning on this happy Wednesday. I wasn't planning on doing a video until next week, but I just came back from the gym, worked my ass off, just working my arms, working my chest, working everything in between, and I'm just feeling so freaking good right now that I want to show you what I'm gonna make for breakfast this morning. It's not the Gordon Ramsay scrambled eggs or anything like that. It's just protein packed or chilaquiles. It's gonna be protein packed and just really simple, really very simple egg white omelet with some cheese. And I'm also gonna make a shake, a protein peanut butter and chocolate shake that's gonna go good with it. Almost like a pick me up with a little bit of coffee. So stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, I just got my pan. It's supposed to be smoking hot, or at least just come to a little bit of a hot surface. You know, obviously you don't want to put oil onto a stone cold pan. So I'm gonna add some olive oil to this. You know, normally I like to use butter, and butter's usually a good substitute for flavor, and a lot of time I use it, but I think for here, I'm gonna do olive oil just to keep it a little bit more healthy. Okay, so as my pan is getting hot and the oil is rolling around as it should be, very thinly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break open some egg whites for my egg white omelet. As far as the yolks go, I'm pretty sure what I'm gonna do with that is I'll just go ahead and I'll use those for some pasta. May use it for that later on. I had a lot of fun doing that the other day. It was really fun making homemade pasta. I mean, I can't wait to do it again. It was pretty awesome. So let's get the yolks in here. And then the eggs, again, the egg white's gonna go in here into this little bowl right here. Oops, got an eggshell, I don't want that. Yeah, so you see how the egg is starting to form. So I'm gonna start to put the cheese in here, then I'm gonna flip this bad boy, make this into a nice, great omelet. So I was on an Alaskan cruise recently, and one of the greatest things was that, you didn't have to cook. People, obviously, they cooked for you, and for the most part, you ate for free. And then coming home, it's like a culture shock all of a sudden. It's like, oh no, I gotta pay for my own food again. I gotta start making my own food again. I mean, as much as I loved getting fed on the cruise, and as much as I loved getting chicken wings and a burger at 10 o'clock at night, room service with only paying $10, sometimes it's good to be at home and to be cooking your own food. And this is one of the reasons why, I mean, I just love cooking. It's just one of the greatest things. And just to make something from scratch, and knowing something that you made it, it's wholesome with clean ingredients, just one of the best feelings ever, in my opinion. All right, so it is starting to form along pretty well. So I got some cheese that I have here. And get some nice smoky provolone to give it a nice flavor, nice texture. And I'm also, just for the flavoring too, I'm gonna add some, little bit of cheddar, got there. And then get some Parmesan. Get this nice block and create a nice snowstorm. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not doing my Ron Burgundy impression today, even though, sometimes I am kind of a big deal. No, just kidding, I'm not. No, not really. Just kidding, but not really. But yeah, I got the snowstorm here going on. I add some nice saltiness, nice little cheesiness to it. Probably won't even need to add salt after all of this bad boy, so it's gonna have a nice flavor. Snowstorm coming once again. Brace yourself for a big hunk of cheese. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna flip it, because now it should have made a nice little surface right now at this point. I probably overdid it a little bit too much, but once I get this in here, it's gonna flip. It's gonna turn out being really nice, make it into a nice egg white omelet. See, look at all that. This is starting to form like pretty well, for the most part. I mean, I did get a little bit of cheese stuck on the pan, but that's okay. Obviously, I'm gonna clean this later, but I mean, for the most part, it's a non-stick pan. It usually works out pretty well. So look at how the cheese is starting to melt inside. Look at that. You can see that a little bit right there, a bit in that corner. All right, so I got my omelet ready. I have it right here. As you can see how delicious that looks. It just looks so amazing. Just a lot of cheese, a lot of protein attached to all this. Just a lot of egg white. It's turned out wonderful. So now I'm gonna add some basil to this, which I did wash, and I was able to get out before it was able to go bad, hopefully. I mean, I know it's not bad, but still. Give it a nice little peppery kick. So I'm just gonna wrap it, kind of like a cigar, kind of like this. And then just cut it up, just chop it up like so. Okay, so now I'm gonna make my chocolate peanut butter protein shake. So what I'm gonna do first and foremost is I'm gonna put some peanut butter, just get a couple scoops onto here. And just, don't be afraid to be generous with it. It's just gonna make like for a nice base for the smoothie, for the shake, I should say. Alrighty, and so now I'm gonna get some almond milk. Here, just add a little bit to this. Alright. And then next, I am gonna add some this dark chocolate here. Add a little bit of chocolate syrup. All right, should be good enough. Just add a little drizzle there, give it some flavor. I'm also gonna add some Greek yogurt. I think this is gonna have like a nice protein kick to it as well. Let's get a little bit of this going on in here, just a dollop. That's all, pretty much all I'm gonna need. There we go. And of course, I'm also gonna add some a little bit of cold brew. Just put a little bit of this in here, just give it a nice little wake up kick. There we go. And then last but not least, I'm gonna add some ice. Well, actually, no, I'm gonna add ice here. But then also I'm gonna add, just for a little bit more protein, I'm gonna add some egg white. And I think this is gonna come out to be very, very well. It's gonna be very well balanced. Lots of protein, lots of energy packed to it, and it's just gonna come out really good. All right, let's do this. Okay, well, I got everything done here, so I'm about to dig into some breakfast. Protein-packed breakfast, I might add. So just get some of my shake here, and I'm just gonna pour it in. There we go. Alrighty. But yeah, this is looking so good. So got my shake here. I got my egg white omelet right here. I'm also, just as a garnish, just kind of adding some sweet pepper. Give it a nice little flavoring here. Just kind of like to take that apart a little bit and just kind of like this presentation. And then I also got my hot sauce. This is one hot sauce that I loved using for the last couple of years. It's called bar sauce from Culture. One of the best hot sauces, and for me, what I like about it is that it has a lot of garlic. It puts a lot of garlic punch to this, and I love garlic. Like, for me, garlic is like the ultimate spice that I could eat all the time. And so, of course, if you have a chance, you'll look them up. I believe it's culturehotsauce.com. That's a website that you want to look up. But I'm gonna put some of this on here along with my omelet, and I'm gonna take a bite. It's so good. Cheese, zestiness, tanginess from the cheese. Of course, getting some of the basil adds a nice little spiciness to it. Of course, the punch coming from the hot sauce. One of the best protein meals I could eat here. And of course, the shake. What a nice way to start my day. It's got to be a pretty good breakfast here for me after a nice workout. But anyway, I appreciate you joining in with me again. I know this was a little bit last minute, but I do appreciate you once more. Like and subscribe, and if you have any suggestions, please let me know. I'm always open to them, so in case there's anything that you want me to make. But in the meantime, happy Wednesday and peace.